Water's Edge Inn and Conference Center, Old Forge's premier lodging destination, presents Adirondack Journal.
Good morning, I'm Gary Van Riper. Welcome to Adirondack Journal. We're at McCauley Mountain this morning, and when you think of McCauley Mountain here in Old Forge, you tend to think of the downhill skiing. What a lot of people don't realize is right across the parking lot from the downhill area are some fantastic cross-country ski trails. There are several different loops here depending on how much time you have, and they're all very safe, being dedicated to cross-country skiing. You don't have to worry about running into a snowmobile or vice versa. Here's Steve from the center to tell you all about it.
This is McCauley Mountain's 50th anniversary this year, so 50 years young this year. Well, one of our best kept secrets here in McCauley is our cross-country trails. We have over 20 kilometers of groomed and maintained trails, wide enough that you can skate, or it's also set for a traditional track set for those traditional cross-country skiers out there. One thing neat about cross-country is it's all up to you and Mother Nature. You don't have to rely on mechanical means. If the power goes out, what do? You can't alpine ski, but certainly you can cross-country ski. And it's just the easiest way, the best way to get out into nature. We're separate from the snowmobile trails. We're up here we have over 1,000 acres here at McCauley, and we utilize those trails to get people sort of away from the crowds, yet you're still fairly close if you need to get back to the chalet. Well, the terrain here in the Old Forge area is perfect for cross-country skiing because it's not the radical uphills and downhills that you find perhaps in the high peaks of the Adirondacks. It's much more gentle terrain, so more suited for the intermediate cross-country skier or beginner. But certainly there's plenty of challenge, and you're going to find a lot of that here in McCauley. But they're easy to avoid. If something looks a little too difficult, you just make another turn and you can avoid that. We do have an inexpensive race for our cross-country trail. It's only $5 for a day use ticket. It is also free all through the month of March. So we encourage people to come on up for the month of March.
If you don't currently own cross-country ski equipment, or maybe you want to try the sport for the first time, you can stop at Mountain Man Sports on Main Street on your way to the mountain. They can hook you up. You can rent equipment just like they did for me here, and you can hit the trails and add another page to your own Adirondack Journal.
Diorio's Frozen Dough Products presents East Utica Now and Then. In the mood for some great tomato pie? Here in the Mohawk Valley, we take it for granted. But when we visited Napoli's this week, we met some gentlemen from Connecticut stocking up on the stuff. They said they couldn't even find it in New York City. But here at Napoli's Bakery, tomato pie is just part of a family tradition.
Well, my grandfather was open for about 50 years or so, and he started his business with Napoli's Italian Bakery, so I decided to open up under the same name. I was the kid playing with the breadcrumbs from the machine and everything when I was young, so it's been in my blood for all my life. The whole family's been into it, so just kind of carried right over. It was just one of those things that I always loved to be a part of, loved to do, and I think ever since I was young, pretty much. This is where he ended up right before he retired, and he owned the whole property at the time, so I figured might as well keep it in the same spot and just keep the name going, keep the family tradition, and we use all the same recipes and everything from almost 50 years ago. I love East Utica myself. I was born and raised here, and it's a great part of town. You know, there's a lot of people close in the neighborhood that are still here, what's left of it, and I think, you know, maybe we can get it up and going again. There's always family around, and yeah, all parts of my family, they're all here, from my great uncles down to my brothers, my sisters. Everybody loves being a part of it, and that's what it is. It's a family thing.
Too much freedom. Yeah, she's the one to blame.
Did you know that after Drums Along the Mohawk, there was another film about colonial and Native American conflict? The melodrama Mohawk was released by 20th Century Fox in 1956 and can't be taken seriously. A good frontiersman tries to quell an uprising by the bad Indians, while at the same time romancing an Indian squaw.
I'm reporting from the skateboarding capital of the Mohawk Valley. We hope that you enjoyed today's show. And if you're so inclined, grab yourself a skateboard and head on down here to Bridgewater. And if you do, or if you don't, be sure to enjoy Mohawk Valley living between now and next week.
No.